Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy New Year. Welcome back to Better Living Financial. It's 2025. Let's get to the money. Let's get to building wealth. Let's get to getting out of debt. But first, I need you to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got to keep feeding that YouTube algorithm. Hey, your boy's trying to get monetized. I'm not going to lie. It's my side hustle. So help your boy out, and I'm going to give you all this free game. Today, I'm going to share mindset. We got to change our mindset when it comes to our finances in 2025, 2026, 2027, and beyond. Let's dive in. First things first, financial freedom doesn't come from just working harder. You definitely have to work smarter. Let me say it again. Financial freedom doesn't come from working harder. You also have to work smarter. And it all starts with the scarcity mindset that 99.9999% of people have when it comes to money. Whether that's growing up in poverty, lack of resources, lack of financial literacy. I hear it all the time. I didn't learn about financial literacy in high school. I didn't learn about it at home. I'm in my early 20s, late 20s, still trying to figure it out. And when it comes to that, we got to shift our mindset from scarcity to abundance. When you have an abundance mindset, anything is possible. A scarcity mindset keeps you focused on what you don't have. You're always worried about the bills, living paycheck to paycheck, or fearing that there's never going to be enough. And trust me, if you just start budgeting, you start being intentional with your money, you know where it's going, who you're spending it on, where you're spending it on, who you're cash apping, who you're zelling, then trust me, you are going to have control of your finances in 2025. An abundance mindset opens your eyes up to so many opportunities. You will no longer be the glass empty type of person. I think that's the analogy, glass empty. Well, I'm a glass half full type of person because when I see a situation, of course, I'm weighing out the pros and the cons, but I'm going to utilize those pros because I know if I focus on the pros and stop focusing on negative in each situation, that changes your mentality. You're going to think, oh, yeah, I can get out of this debt. Oh, yeah, I can start investing. Oh, yeah, I can save up $10,000 this year. In 2025, I want you to focus on these three key ideas in order to adapt that abundance mindset. Number one, I want you to start investing in yourself, whether that's learning new skills, gaining new knowledge, just learning, taking a course, going back to school to get your degree, something that's going to put you in a better position than 2024, 2023, 2022. We got to always be growing. We are never too old to keep learning and keep growing. So, number one, I want you to invest in yourself. Number two, we got to start thinking long term. Everybody says, oh, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to spend all my money because I'm not going to be able to enjoy it tomorrow. I'm not even going to be here. I might not even make it. Then 30, 40 years down the road, you're 65, 70 years old. You spent all your bread, you spent all your money, and now you're like, oh man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? We don't want to be working until we're 85, 90. All this modern medicine, we're going to be living for a long time, y'all. So we got to start planning like we're going to be here for a very long time. And when you think long term, you got to think about wealth. There's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. If you want to build wealth, it's going to take time. It's going to take years. It's not going to happen overnight. We have to stay away from those get rich quick schemes because they just take our money, or you buy this course, or you go to buy this, you're going to buy that, and you don't see the results in 30 days that they promise you, 45 days. You're discouraged and you just think wealth is something that you'll never be able to attain. But you got to think this stuff takes a long time. If you want to really change your generation, think a generation. It's going to take a whole generation for you to see millions upon millions of dollars. Unless you're super smart, you got the apps, or you're going to cure cancer, you're going to cure AIDS, then of course you're going to get that bread. But most of us, 95% of us, it's going to take time. We got to invest. We got to get out of debt. We got to start saving. And once we start thinking long term and delaying gratification, trust me, we're going to have a good life. Super good life. And number three, we need to take calculated risks. Do not let your pride, your ego, or fear be in the way for taking an opportunity that could change your life, could change your family's life, could change your family tree. Do not be afraid of taking those opportunities. Whether it's a promotion at work, some people are so complacent at work and they do the same job and the same routine every single day, And somebody that's been there a year and a half is already getting promoted. I've been here 8 years and I still haven't got promoted because you're afraid to jump out there. You're afraid to take those risks. And don't get me wrong, we all get passed up on the promotion sometimes. But if you're not putting your hat in the race and at least trying, the worst thing they're going to say is no, try again next year. We got to stop being afraid to jump out there and take different opportunities. We don't have to do the same thing every day, y'all. Trust me. If you take calculated risk, don't just hand your money because somebody has the next best crypto, the next best this, the next best that, because that's not a calculated risk. That's just dumb. You're gonna be broke. You're gonna hate life, and you're probably gonna crash out and try to run down on whoever took your bread. We're not talking about those type of risks. We're not talking about penitentiary risks. We're talking about calculated risks that are going to pay off and pay you handsomely or gives you some passive income. Just stop being afraid. Stop doubting yourself. You can do it. Trust me. Look, if you adopt those 3 habits, you adopt those 3 mindsets, your life is going to change. Not just for this year. We're thinking long term. Back to number 3, taking those calculated risks. We are thinking long term, just like when we're losing weight, just like when we're getting back in the gym, just like when we're eating healthy. We got to think about long term risk, long term opportunities, investing in ourselves, not being afraid. You'll be well on your way to financial freedom. You will be prepared. You will have your investments. You will have your savings. You will have this. You will have that. And if it's not about money, if you just want to be a better person, you got to start putting in the work now. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to knock on your door and be like, hey, look, today you want to change? No, it's not going to happen. So at the end of the day, we have to be intentional with our decisions. We have to be intentional with our money. We have to be intentional with our feelings. We have to be intentional about everything. It's okay if you don't have the answers now, but this is why we got to do research. This is why we got to invest in ourselves. Because if you keep asking the same questions a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, then you're not getting it. You're not grasping it, and you're just wasting your time while people are surpassing you. People are getting to the money. People are doing whatever they're doing, buying houses, whatever. Appreciate you rocking with me. If you enjoyed this video, please share, like, and subscribe. Once again, let's keep feeding that YouTube algorithm. More videos are coming. I'm going to try to drop every other day. I can't do daily. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. I can't do daily, but I'm going to try to give you guys at least 3 to 4 videos a week. Let's see. Hold me accountable just like I hold you accountable. Better Living Financial. We out.